Being salesy doesn't work, but what exactly is that? What does it mean to be salesy? What's that mean? And so, how to make more sales without being salesy. One, so today's topic, how to make sales without being salesy. First of all, being salesy or aggressive or in your face doesn't work. We have so many options as consumers now. Like it just doesn't work. Someone being pushy, salesy, aggressive, annoying, we just go shop somewhere else. We just don't buy from them. We'll buy from someone else. Being salesy doesn't work. But what exactly is that? What does it mean to be salesy? What's that mean? So I feel like I've pinpointed what that phenomenon is. Okay. It's when your prospect is feeling resistant to where you're taking them. So if I had to boil down, yesterday I did a big training on Sales Objections 101. If I had to boil down my kind of thought process around overcoming objections is it's just lowering the resistance of the prospect. It's just lowering their resistance. So being salesy is so this is your prospect, this is you, is when your prospect is being resistant and they're like, I don't know if I should move forward. And you press in. See, that's being aggressive, that's being salesy, and then they run away. And so it really comes down to posture. And posture, I think often when I describe it, people think that it's like arrogance or something. It's not arrogance. It's not arrogance. It is you managing the energy of the conversation. But in the management of the energy of the conversation doesn't mean that you're overbearing or bossy or telling them what to do. It's truly the management of the energy of the conversation. So if they're pulling away, you have to figure out a way to lower their resistance. And sometimes that means you backing away. How many of you have felt resistance in your prospect? How many have ever felt resistance? You're talking to a prospect, you're trying to get them to buy something, and you just feel the resistance. You feel them pull away a little bit or a lot. Anyone ever felt that? There's probably people that don't have that ability. They're just like pummeling forward no matter what. So even when the person says, I think this is stupid, they're like, you should totally do it, right? The key, the trigger for you should be when you feel that resistance, you have to change. You got to change it up something. You either need to ask a question, make an observation, or you pull away. See, sometimes the best answer is if they pull away, you pull away. I just don't think these kind of things work. Yeah, they're not a fit for everyone. Sometimes that's your best answer is for you not to lean in. No, you can do it. And to pull away, right? A little bit of a takeaway. The key is when you feel that resistance, don't press forward, because when you press forward is exactly what being salesy means. And I found it's very strange to me, but I've found a lot of people that are like, I just don't want to be salesy. I don't want to be salesy, but they actually don't know what that means. And they actually are very salesy. So they'll ask you a question. Hey, would you want to do this thing? No, not really. Why not? You really should. It's awesome. And so so the key is for you to be tuned in to the prospect. And that has to do with one of the 4 P's, which is position. So posture, managing the energy of the conversation. Position is noticing where is the prospect? Where are they? Where are they at in the process? Where are they at in their body language? If you're looking at them, where are they at with their language? If you want to make more sales, I guarantee you, don't be salesy. Manage their energy. Manage the energy of the conversation. Now, it doesn't mean being overbearing, but it also doesn't mean being subservient. Some people think that the ability to answer objections will make them a better salesperson, and that's not usually the case. I know that's a little controversial to say. Just answering the questions, it's managing the energy of the conversation and noticing and being aware of the resistance in the prospect that will make you more sales, that you will be better at sales. And so how to make more sales without being salesy? One, have a process. So is it, drink a sample? Is it watch a video? Is it attend a meeting? Is it, meet up for coffee? Like have a process. Don't try to close too soon. I know that the very popular phrase is always be closing. You shouldn't be always be closing. If you don't have any information about them, you don't know if they're interested in what it is that you do, then why would you attempt to close them in that moment? That makes no sense. It's not always be closing. Now you could say, always be attempting to progress the prospect, but that's not nearly as sexy, is it? Right? Like always be closing sounds a lot better. But yeah, you should always be trying to progress the prospect. Yeah. But closing is I have taken them through a period of steps. Maybe it's one step, maybe it's 10 steps. I've taken them through a period of steps and I've gathered enough intel for me to be able to state, sounds to me like you're ready to join, or sounds to me like you're ready to move forward. That's when it's closing. So some people, you get really frustrated and you come across as salesy when you're trying to close too soon. Don't try to close too soon. Work the process. So it shouldn't be I wonder if they're ready to join. It should be like, well, they sound like they're ready to join. It sounds like they're ready to move forward. Move them forward. Move them forward. That's how you can make more sales without being salesy. Number one, have a process. Number two, say less to more people. Talk to more people. Some of you are spending way too much time with the wrong person. They've been like this for 6 months and you're still at them. You changed your mind. Has anything changed? Just checking in on you. You're doing all that stuff. And they're just like, here they come. Don't do it. Some of you are spending too much time on the wrong person. Now, I'm not saying to not follow up, right? Of course, follow up, but don't spend so much time on someone who's expressed their disinterest. Go talk to more people. Go talk to more people. You should always get their contact because they'll never follow up with you ever. Just so you know, never. In the history of mankind, very few people have ever followed up, but you can if you have their information. So it's not about having these super sexy glamour shot business cards. It's about having an empty notepad or your phone and get their information. With their information, you can follow up. With them having your information, you ain't ever going to hear from them. And if you hear from 1 out of 1,000 people that get your information, congratulations. Most people are too lazy and too distracted to follow up with someone. They just don't do it. And so get their information. And another thing that will help you is we have our social media script books. And this goes through follow-up. This goes through closing. This goes through top prospecting questions. Let's see, top 10 closing questions for social media by my wife. She actually contributed to this resource. Follow-up questions for potential customers. Handling specific objections. I have 27 objections. We should have this on the front. That's silly. We have 27 objections we cover in the social media script book. And you can actually get this for free, just cover shipping. And so if you go to higdongroup.com/free, higdongroup.com/free, you can actually snag it, just cover the cost of the shipping. There you go. By the way, these work for finance, insurance. This works for real estate. This works for, any kind of anything. The only thing in network marketing that's a little different is leadership, but the sales, same, right? You're still getting people to see the value and the benefits and moving forward, right? So it's same. All right. And so there you go. So I hope this was helpful to you. God bless you. God bless your family. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.